And good evening everyone who is watching the stream of VOD arrives on air, and welcome to my finally DayZ stream, and finally more or less on time. This is almost like perfect time to start for me, so I have some time if I just don't start falling asleep, and we have a thing to do. So the thing to do would be to find something to raid. So yesterday and today I had a little bit of time, so I moved some explosives around, and now we got to figure where to use them, and if that place actually has people. So I have the explosives hidden nearby. First we got to go and take a look at what's going on around the base. We encountered that steel was going strong a couple days ago, or maybe still's going strong. But first we got to get warm, and we got to get some food. I killed a couple goats today when I logged in for 30 minutes or less. And by the way, speaking of things, doing after logging in, yesterday I went to the city, to the village down there, hoping to find maybe some food, but I almost ran into a guy on the server. So it's definitely low pop, but there are people on the coast, and I expect the base builders to be somewhat around. But before going anywhere, we got to be prepared. We got to get prepared. We got to eat. We got to be ready to sit in the bushes for 4 minutes. Well, for hours that's too much for this map, but for some time, yeah, sure. So, and right now we are not ready. I spent my temperature bonuses while hunting, and earlier looking for a guy. So I spotted the guy who started the fire. I found him, but he was a little bit far away, and I tried to get to him, but I lost him pretty much immediately. And the only time I saw him, he was already like 300-400 meters away from me. I was looking at him through the scope. So I believe I still have all the explosives still intact in the stash with me. I just moved them a little bit closer. That actually required some time, but I gave it some time. The magazine's actually not loaded. Let's reload the mag. We have 3 tons of rounds. So the grenade launcher, all the grenades, all the normal grenades, all the grenade launcher grenades. So it's all stashed away now. This is just a god that I killed. Okay. So we're going to go and get some intelligence first. Take a look around the city, and if it seems to be safe, then we'll start raiding. If it looks safe, but yeah, things like that they are not easy. If you have people running around, and this place definitely has some people running around. So I told in the beginning that yesterday I almost ran into a house with smoke coming out of the chimney, and later, after quite some looking around, I spotted the guy, but he was far away and he just ran away, escaped me. I was recording. If it was anything, I would have shown you. I had like a fear for a second that he spotted me, but he did not. He was just moving pretty fast through the village, not really checking every corner. So yeah, he ran away. When I was flanking him, he probably already was in the next settlement. This first. Water's not a problem. There's a couple wells nearby. Plus I have water purification tablets. You know which ones. Chelating tablets. So not a big deal. So I thought I would need to go fishing, but today I logged in just to check if I still had the character, if I still had the explosives, and I heard goats nearby. Didn't have time to cook them though. Almost there. The third plus is blinking, so, and we are finishing up with the cooking here. First eating like the smaller pieces. Seven, 71, 4, 56, 67. Okay. The character hasn't eaten properly for a while. Like a piece whatever it is. A can of pate here, a cola there. That's pretty much what it's been for him for a while. 767, 71. And the last one. So we are technically ready to go. We have like 2 kilos of meat in our inventory. 6, 67. 57. Waiting for this one. Eating this one. The smallest ones. To use the inventory space more efficiently. They are like not full magazines that you cannot really reload. More. Cool now. So the rest of them are more than 60. So waiting for the last one. Sitting next to the fire. Well, kinda maybe attracting some attention. So this is a good character, and the character has been alive for a very long time, but if we lose it, not a big deal. The explosives is the most important. The explosives are the most important part. Plus I have some weapons even stashed away here. That's why I'm still playing on the server. I ended up with like, wouldn't say a network of stashes, but with a couple of stashes. Let's put it that way. Okay, and we're going to... Let me take a look at the map. Yeah. We're going over there pretty much. Bullets are still here. Any smoke down there? Any fires? Just as they say, to err on the side of caution. That's the one with the base over there. Dominicola. Okay. Let's use this opportunity to drink up and rehydrate. We've had some food. We actually gotta have more. The energy is not full, but that's because this character was on the brink of getting hungry, going into hunger and then starvation. Well, on the brink of going into hunger. So of course, if you see somebody looting houses down there, the chance would be pretty high that it's a new spawn. Here people wouldn't really do that, but even geared people need like basic stuff once in a while. Arlola, which can be translated to English roughly as eagles, S with apostrophe. Not that zombie, no, that zombie's over there. You cannot see the ground from there. The ground in this case is the most important part of it. You can see a little bit of the road. Yeah, they actually, I don't know if it's intentional or not, but the building with the base inside, it's covered by trees. Very super well. So you kinda cannot get a proper angle on it. Obviously we have zombies here. The whole town. But the most annoying part is this place down there. As you can see, the trees are covering it so freaking well. This door. Seems to be closed. The gates are closed. Where is the door open? I cannot tell from here. Got to first cut down all the trees around this place. I'm not seeing any zombies. Okay. The weather is getting very bad. Anything going around there? That's one mighty base. Let's see if I have any signs of activity. Now this door is open. So we have two locks here. Two gates. And two or maybe three here. I'm curious if they ever open the gates. Crap. There's a lot of zombies here. The weather is annoyingly bad. The zombies are getting confused. That's good. So I think we'll have to wait till the weather gets better. And look for maybe heat packs. Very hard it was for him to find his way to me. Main square looks absolutely okay-ish. Closed it. Okay. There's a sickle down there. I'm not sure if it's normal. I'm not sure if it's like... if it's supposed to be here, but yeah. Can I please close every door in here? That'd be great. Yeah, 0 angle from here, and the place is like, well, I mean, the weather is like super bad, so I cannot see anything going on around. Maybe eat a little bit more. We are hydrated. Now let's get energized. Oops, I don't want to fall out. I almost did exactly that. Okay, I'm kind of looking around the town. Looking for smoke. Looking for anything, any light here. I can see their roof a little bit from here, but they're not going to the roof. It's not going to be any better. Okay, the weather is sorta kinda disappointing. But on the other side, it's been like that for a while, so it's going to get better. Going to start getting better. These buildings, they kind of a disappointment these days. School building, the building of an old school. if it's an Orthodox church, it's a strange church. Orthodox churches, they don't have wedges. You're supposed to stay. Well, I mean, it's Orthodox, obviously. You're supposed to stand. Okay, just looking around. Going to places that are tall and can give you some angle on other things on the city. Let's try to enter the wardrobe. It's not like Narnia or anything. That's a different setting. Apartment here with windows looking here, but that's just another apartment building. Base is there, of course. Is it getting better? By the look of it, it is getting better. Can I get an angle on anything from this building? Let's go and take a look. Okay. Okay. And hear the animals, that's kinda nice. It's strange that the entrances of these apartment buildings kinda looking towards the main street. They should be actually looking back here, forming sort of kind of yards. Good evening, gonna get you. Welcome. Seven bottles gonna get you. That's a lot. 7 bottles, that's like a ton of water, to be honest. You would need like 1 to stay alive, 2 to stay alive for a very long time. So, but you, if you're talking about like real full stats, that's pretty much. Well, I mean, it's a probability. You can get sick from just a couple sips. If it just... well, I mean, it can happen. So... But... I lost my train of thoughts. Sorry, it's been kinda a long day. Each bottle is a chance. I think... I don't know how it works. I think each sip is a chance. Pops Roads, welcome in my YouTube chat. Welcome, man. I cannot believe that base over there. It's like covered from every possible angle. Unless you go to the ice. And then even you're not going to see one of the entrances. So that's one of the most covered buildings in the whole town. Got some trees. Well, if I had like somebody to if I had a partner here in crime, somebody to keep me safe from like the back angle, so then yeah, I would have probably thought about, I would have thought cutting them. Pops Rods, welcome. I'm okay, thank you, man. Still here, still streaming. Okay, so far no signs of activity in this place. Nothing at all. Yeah, gonna get you. I'm not asking you. I'm just kinda thinking about possibilities. I've seen actually 3 players raiding a base on a console. I think that's pretty much like vanilla official. So they used just sticks. Oh, Bob Rods, I see. Hope everything's going well for you. And yeah, have a calm, nice working day. Without any like bad work-related surprises. Sound of the snow is strange. These buildings, they don't have fireplaces as far as I remember. They're like fully electrified or gasified. Would that be a word even? So what I'm doing here, I'm just spawning zombies on the main street. No idea. Yeah. Can I please get over it? No? So, I think these buildings, if it was like real, they would have been looking the other way around. Entrances would be at the back of them. Bob's Roads, I like this map. I think it's like, it's very cool. Unfortunately, playing here, I always end up on servers with very little pop. But even on low pop servers, I know what to do usually. Almost a cave. I can see their front gates from here. Gonna get you. That's kind of strange because, for example, I know there are gas in the United States. There's gas. There are gasified houses in the United States. And yeah, especially in case of just one household houses, the problem of the gas exploding, it's like would be just that household issue. Here we have like in apartment blocks. Though gas inspections are the most tight inspections that we have here, like way tighter than anything else. Electricity, they don't care. Water, they don't pretty much care. The state of the building, if it has cracks or even like parts of it falling out. But gas people, they can screw you over really badly if you don't, if you mess with gas or don't even like let them enter. Camper explode. Well, yeah, I guess it's not that often it happens here. Sakhal underground. They have a Sakhal. They are still alive. The underground, Sakhal underground. That's interesting. So I've never been much for interactions, though. Yeah. Sometimes it happens even here. The infrastructure, yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, that's the thing. That was a major investment, and I think we have it still here because of the Soviet Union that was just wasting money on things. That's why we have these gas lines everywhere. But again, gas is cheaper here than electricity, so and like the socialistic way of doing things, or just social, was to provide people with the best option. So here we have this. I'm curious how many gates do they have. Looks like 2 in the front, and I can kinda try to use it against them. Yeah, even a couple towers inside, yeah. The zombies cannot hear me properly. So let's see. But let's be careful. There was a way to take like brief look inside, but we got to be careful if this way it can be just mined. Got to be careful with that. Okay. Mines here. Mines here. These are strange structures, but okay. Okay. Oh. They have a couple cars. truck. 2 trucks. That's a lot. 3 trucks. Freaking hell. 4 trucks. They just... Okay. They deserve this, getting it dispound completely. Well, I mean, grenades, yeah, easily. And I could just pick this lock and just destroy everything inside, but I want to get inside. I want to try to get inside. So what I'm going to do, going to first use the grenades and the explosives, and then if that gets me killed, I will return here with a grenade launcher and just shoot everything through the window. I pick this lock and I just shoot everything through the window. Or I can pick it now. Technically, just know where the windows are. One would be easier to pick. No, but it gives me a window. That would give me window access. I don't even need to change the combination. To avoid like raising any suspicions. We don't need to do that. Okay, let's zero it. So let's start with like, I don't know, 7. Okay. So yeah, if the raiding this base normally doesn't work, and getting inside and just destroying the vehicles doesn't work, then I'll just find a way to lay waste through the windows, despawning pretty much everything that gets destroyed. Yep, it's supposed to do the cars. Bob's rods. Yeah, people tend to use memorable combinations, and 7 is a popular number. So it's probably not going to be the 7. So probably going to be something else. So give me the next number. So it's not 7. We have 7 done, and it's not 7. And the next digit would be Okay, 0. Not 0, 0, 0. Oh, come on, switch it. Oops, skipped 3. Okay. Three. So I've seen people raiding a base just using sticks. 3 players on on a console. I think it was an official official server, of course. So, or at least vanilla. They just use sticks, and they were in through like 3 or 4 gates in around 30 minutes. Skip 7, skip 6. The thing about these logs, they probably don't even remember combinations for them themselves. Let's do it from Pro. It's easy to find the stuff on Sakhal if you end up on a low pop server. Yeah, Whoop, good evening, welcome. I'm just picking the combination. So the next digit, give me the next digit, people. We have done 0, we've done 7. The next digit. So it's really easy, Bob Soros. You find the bot, you go to the ship. You just got to be able to survive all these, all the elements. You go to the ship, you find the keys, and then you start using the bot. You start hunting for the containers. 800. Okay, let's do 800. That's 8 for you. Let's go. Okay. Whoop, I'm trying all the numbers. There's not a lot of them actually to try. Pretty much I've seen people picking logs, picking even 4-digit logs in like an hour or so, I think. I'm not that patient. I would only pick 3-digit logs by simply trying all possible combinations. A little bit harder on Sakhal because you gotta stay warm. So I heard that people would pick... come on, I keep getting off 0, and I like to start at 0 to keep track of things. So I heard that people would be able to pick 4-digit logs on average in 40 minutes. So, and it's quite easy to try all the combinations on blue lock. 4 digits. Yeah, I never had enough patience for that. And I'm not even going to try to do it with 4-digit locks. So, but yeah, I was amazed how easy it is actually to raid the base. If you have like 3 or even 4 players on your team. You just start hitting it with sticks. And you're pretty much would be done faster than picking all the locks. Way faster. I think it's not right. Okay, we need the next digit. I think it's not right that you can actually destroy the wall, a gate with just sticks. It should be at least some tools. So, and the next digit would be Whoop. Turns out it's not a lot. So, I don't know. Let's try 4. Something that cannot really be even suspicious. Oops. That's... 9 I haven't. Gonna get you. Yeah. The next would be 9 after 4. That's 1. Not a big issue. Oh, back to 0. And the last digit. Alpha 4 of the 4 is done. Get a little loser. Yeah, I've never done that IRL, but I guess, yeah. Two more. And spin the dials. Yeah. Would be hard a little bit to do on location on a bike like locked onto some random pole in a town. Okay, that wasn't 4. Let's reset it to 0. Oh, come on. Zero. Okay, the next one's going to be 9. As per Bob's Rods suggestion. Ooh. That's far away, but we got to be ready. I really believe 4 was unassuming. Well, no, because of 420, it cannot be unassuming. So this is like a secondary wall. It's like more like just additional protections. So they might have not intentionally set some special combination here. They might have gone with whatever there was on the local already. Oops. What did I just do? Crap, I lost it. Was it 3? I think we started with 3. Okay, let's do 2 again. I was spinning the wrong dial. Got distracted a little bit. Okay, I'm redoing it kinda a little bit. No, it's just 4-digit. It's actually intentionally like that. It has to be pickable to some extent, since people can be extremely sweaty and would even pick several 4-digit locks in a row. So yeah, and the fact that they are really annoying even to open if there's a bunch of them and you know all the codes, that's intentional too, to limit the way you can protect your bases. You're not supposed to have impenetrable bases in DayZ, but the fact that pretty much with sticks and a couple of friends, or even the recruited new spawns, you can break through any walls, any gates in matter of like dozens of minutes. Crap, I need 6 or 7. Okay, 6. It's hard to talk and keep track of the digits. Seven. So, yeah. I would like the walls, the gates, to be, what's the right word, impervious? Resistant to just stick damage. Okay, that's not 9. Okay, we tried already 5 digits. Half of the way there. So let's try something really unassuming. 1. Oops. Oops. Cannot seem to be spin the last dial properly. Okay. Stop. Aha, the right one. That glitch I did not like. Give me a second. I don't want to get anything, so I'm constantly cold. Let's take some vitamins. So, 2. Crap, missed 3. That's 3. So we are surrounded by zombies. That's kinda very helpful. And I'm listening to the zombie sounds in case somebody comes to pay a visit. Six. Okay. 7. Okay. Sometimes it kinda happens a little bit too fast. Sometimes the dial doesn't turn. Okay, wasn't 1. The next digit. So we tried 708491. So 0, 1, 4, 7, 8, 9. The next digit is going to be... Any ideas? Spinning it. Gonna get you typed 5 in the chat, but that's not related to my current request. But let's go with 5. Six. We haven't done 6. Okay. First we're going to do 5, and then we're going to do 6. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, the idea that this lock... Oh, Smith 3. This lock wasn't probably set intentionally. For a second, I swear I could hear tires. But no engine, just tires rolling. Whoop, we tried one. We tried one as the first digit. First one, first 5. Right now we're doing 5. And then we'll try 6. Here we go. The combination was 583. Gonna get you one. Okay, we just gonna take a look inside. That's why I want it. Okay, that's one very big base. We have quite some things going on in the front, so that would be 3 gates. I think we can try to get through this. And yeah, they don't need they have actually a little bit too many cars too. Okay. So 583 here. The entrance is not here. This is not, of course, the entrance. They are smart people. So the combination is 583, but that's recorded already. This clan's super greedy, yeah. So, what was the original number on this log? Does it get reset? I would want to return it back to its original state before leaving for explosives. .583, that's what we learned, but the original one. Okay, I'm going to take a look at my recording. Just give me a second. The combination that was originally on the log. Okay. Looking for it, looking for it, looking for it, looking for it, looking for it. 592 it was. It was 592. Okay, let's reset it to 592. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 592. Okay. Now we gotta take care of our survival needs. Whoop, exactly. Don't need to raise suspicions even for a second here. Absolutely. Oh. I should probably eat this first. So, I just wanted to take a look at their layout to know what to expect. And now we know the layout. Scooting from the roof, yeah. Been there, done that, yeah. Hello there. Little goat, no, not goats. Little sheep. How did you survive that? Okay, they're not going to run far. They are not like real animals. The one that's wounded. Where did you go? Okay. That took some shooting. Let's use our... well, I mean, probably not going to be a lot of meat on this one. Enjoyed base raiding back then. Yeah, we got to do it again, gonna get you. We definitely got to do it again. Maybe even find somebody else and just do it the bad way. 3 new spawns with sticks. Bashing the doors in. Okay, I think that's got to be enough. Let's go back. There's a house here, but it's like all on the road to... on the road with the dead scientist, so... don't need to stay here. And I need to go back. Crossbow, sharpening stones and bolts. How would you fix a crossbow? So the bolts you can resharpen, yeah. And then you can make new ones. I mean, improvised bolts. So the crossbow is a glue stick. Okay. Didn't know that. So, if they had just a couple cars inside and like, well, all the loot, yeah. I would have probably just made my own entrance and left. I'd be using their base for my own needs. So, but they seem to be super greedy. That I don't like. And they deserve all their cars and vehicles just being taken away from them. Sharpening stones, you have to... oh, yeah, okay, yeah. So you cut sticks, then you pretty much work on the bow. I see. Interesting. The weather is good. My character is not getting like extremely cold, which is nice. The boots, we got to fix the boots again. There's the god still. Back to this house. This is our temporary base of operations. So let's find something to burn. Bark. Well, we're going to need some. Any big bushes left around? Any trees that I could cut with a knife, cut down with a knife? You, for example. Bark. Sometimes it's just impossible to tell which ones would be Possible to cut down with a knife, and which ones not? For example, this one. Light bark. And this one. Long stick. Yeah, okay. Whatever. First we gotta eat. Get warm and eat. Yeah, that's the thing, yeah. I'd expect like maybe that frying pan wasn't here when I first was here. That's going to help us cook things a little bit faster. Oops, wrong slot. The lighter. I can actually cook it without using any fire, but I needed to get back one way or another. I forgot that I cut down this. So cut this, so we don't need Rex's kindling. So the fat goes here. Lagging a little bit. The rest of this goes here. Okay, maybe this gets cooked not as fast as this. I don't want to smoke the fat and one of the steaks. I want all of them to be just medium rare, not just overdone. Good. Quickly according to the plan. The boots. I prefer something quieter, but well, I can make something quieter. We're just running around the base. But we are going to be making quite some noise, one way or another. This is done. And we'll have to eat it, by the way. I'm not going to have any room for this. We'll have to eat it. Or leave it. Okay, the food's done. Need more sticks. Anything ready to be consumed, please? Come on. Cool down already. Oh, thank you. Finally. So usually you should be able to eat just all the meat and fat coming from just one animal. Usually that would be like this. In just one go. But yeah. Boom, boom. We got to get our temperature back up before going anywhere here. Oops, full already. Okay. 2 steaks left. But we still have to wait till we get warm. Then we will have to go and retrieve the explosives. And since I'm going to kinda have a contingency plan in case I die, I'm not going to reveal the location, even though the current location of the explosives, it's not where my stash, well, was. So I moved them a little bit closer to this area, knowing we would need them. I don't know, maybe I would want to take another look at the base. But again, if they just decided to log in, I mean, I won't be able to predict that. I won't be able to, like, wait for that. I won't be able to avoid them logging in on me. Or returning back from, like, a trip. Attacking me from behind. If they're inside, yeah, it's going to be probably a little bit problematic for them to survive. They would have to log out or really hide. But if they are outside, yeah. If they end up being outside, hearing me and returning back to the base, I'm screwed. That's why I have that contingency plan. I just hope it's possible to shoot that grenade launcher through the windows. Okay, we have 3 pluses. Good. Okay, I gotta take a short break before actually committing to this. But yeah. That would be really bad. Okay, so a short break. Need to have something to drink. Need to use the facilities, as we say here. Some clips for you. Clips of me, my own clips from my own collection of Daisy clips that I collected over the years of playing the game. Some are just fights or even sometimes like stupid fast kills. Some are just stupid deaths. Some would be like some insanity that you'd sometimes encounter in DayZ. Less these days, more back then. So, but all of it carefully preserved and presented for your consideration. So, be right back.
What? Doesn't it look nice? Hey, wait. Wait. Can... Wait. Wait. Oh, she doesn't bend over anymore. No time to play silly games. No time to play silly games.
Okay, I'm back. So let's do it. Logging in. Just that's well, I mean, the server's still local, but I have a feeling that those guys, they might be nearby. Okay, so now I'm going, sorry, to hide from you the exact location of the stash. Not from really from my viewers, but from randoms who might use it against me. So while you're watching some clips, I'm getting to the stash. And I'm going to get some explosives there. If somebody kills me on the way there, yeah, I'm recording it. But you are currently watching the clips. What's even going on there? Oh, I remember that fight. Very strange one. Okay. So back to our stash. Oops, that's a wrong one. Oh, there's one grenade. I didn't want to take this one. So unfortunately, the amount of digging you can do with this field shovel is sorta kinda limited. Okay, let me get to another one. That's more like it. So I think I'll have to leave this gun in the stash just to be able to take all the explosives I need. Because we have this on top. And then that should be enough for some action. So I still would have a pistol, though without any ammo. So let's take some ammo. And the grenade launcher stays here. Doesn't have a lot of grenades, but should be enough for the cars down there. And let's take a couple of grenades. Well, we can take many of them. Let's take the damaged and badly damaged ones first. So that should be enough to destroy 2 cores, or maybe 2.5. 1, 2, 3. That's a half. We would probably need a little bit more. It's a badly damaged one. Damaged. Take all the badly damaged ones first. Damaged, 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 badly damaged. Here we go. All the bad ones. And here we're going to take Just damaged and worn ones. What did I just do? All the damaged ones. Keeping all the pristine and worn ones in the stash. I don't know why. Just because. So that's, I think, the max I can. No, I can actually take a little bit more, but again, I don't think I'm going to need it. We can try to get back if we need more. We could. Let's bury the chest. The shovel's still good, so let's bury this cooking pot that I accidentally dug up. And then the shovel's going to be gone, unfortunately, after this. That part I did not foresee properly. And the shovel's gone. Okay then. Now we are full of explosives. So let's just leave the area. Go. So this way is going to be a little bit harder to raid it like this. Grenade launcher is way more convenient. And here we go. I thought for a second OBS stopped working. Okay. Let's see. It's time finally to try it. But again, if I die, if I feel like there's some sort of foul play, we have a contingency plan, and even if that fails, I probably won't stop. So we heard shots nearby, but we tried to look around. We couldn't find any signs of people anywhere. Now we got to do some exploding. It's gonna be quite some exploding. Don't be just waiting for me. Quite some blowing up. Here it all looks the same. So yeah, if I break in, I'm not going to treat this base like fairly. Whatever gets destroyed, plus all the vehicles. Need to get rid of the zombies nearby here. They're going to be super annoying. Okay, they'll probably come later. Cannot deploy it there, so let's deploy it in front. Starting with the largest thing in my possession. Permit. That was very loud, and I like the effect of it. This side to the enemy. That's not good. Why? Are you going to die? Okay. The mine's armed. Fire in the hole. Okay, that's a little bit less than I expected. You gotta be kidding me. Okay, these are not blanks. Okay, anything else? Okay, I don't like it. I hope for better effect. Uh-huh. That's good. That's gonna start destroying things inside the base because they have a gap under the gate. I think I heard a vehicle getting damaged. Oops. Did I pin the grenade? What did I just do? The grenade's still here. Uh-huh. I forgot to actually unpin it. Unpinned, unpinned. Okay. That's gonna require a little bit more of work than I expected. Oh yeah, this one, the last one's holding. Do not throw it. Just unpin it. And drop it. Just unpin it. And drop it. Just unpin it. And drop it. Okay, this one's done. So we have this here. So we got to get rid of these to make it harder for them to restore it. Cannot unfortunately rebuild it. No materials here. So almost did it. This we gotta take two. See what's left. Now we need a shovel or a pickaxe. This got to stay closed. Now we got to start looking for a shovel or a pickaxe, because we did not get through and I cannot unfortunately continue because I buried the stashes. There's a chance to find one here. How did you survive that? Did I miss? Okay, this is a bad pistol. That's food. That's ruined. That's damaged. Okay. It's gonna despawn with the zombie. This can be used to bury things, right? Let's see. So this is bearable. Yep, okay. So we are taking this thing. And we are going back to get more explosives. Definitely nice to feel a little bit lighter. So we are going to need like everything we have left in there. What the actual hell? They are here. I somehow missed them. Slightly unexpected turn of events. That was actually a big gun. Okay. I'm not sure what's going on. But that was a little bit unexpected and came from a totally unexpected side. The question is, Was somebody just sitting inside all this time? With a bunch of zombies? That's the question. So, if they logged on, they would be, yeah, maybe not rebuilding the base. But that came from some serious distance. That like almost came like it was on the ice somewhere. I can 100% believe that somebody has just logged on. That I can 100% believe. Or that. Counter raiders, yeah. Or it came from inside the base and those two shots were actually somebody shooting the zombies that I left that were still alive inside the base, because I don't think there were any more zombies left after me. Activity. Somebody opened it and I missed it. Okay. Didn't hear them attracting zombies or killing any zombies. I don't like that people freaking disappear in these bushes. Okay, risk it for a biscuit. Fast. They were inside. Cannot believe it. They were sitting inside all this time. Well, I do not really like them. Somebody was just sitting inside all this time. That's very sweaty people. Okay. Then we'll have to destroy everything they have. Well, because they kinda seem to be a little bit insane when it comes to protecting their loot. So I'm curious if they heard that I picked the lock. But that one I can pick it again. That's not going to be a problem. What was the problem is that I miscalculated the amount of explosives we needed. Well, we'll get back with more. No, they of course have materials. Even if they didn't have anything, they could have just disassembled some crates to do it. So So somebody logged in. That's insane. But okay. What can I tell? Let them rebuild. Let them think that they are safe. But yeah, having like a guard at this time of day, okay. I mean, maybe just coincidence, maybe it is a guard. What they managed to do right now, they managed to just build a wall. It was a wall. I think it wasn't a gate. Yeah. That's obviously not a lot of angle here. Can we please have it a little bit less angled? I'd greatly appreciate that. I'm curious if they heard that I picked the lock. Yeah, no visibility, nothing at all. We didn't see anyone looking in. There's the thing, they had like a couple zombies locked inside. And then somebody was probably sitting in one of the rooms, because there's like still a couple rooms available to them. Okay then. Okay then. Let's let them have it. Whatever. They got to think they're safe now. Returning just after one attack would be unwise. They'll be on guard if they have like somebody constantly watching. Interesting though, I didn't hear them ever driving around. I think they're just hoarding, stupidly hoarding things. Okay. Now we need to find the bot and get warm. So we guessed it right, somebody was inside, which is insane, but that's exactly what it was. They did not come here. They were inside. Okay, I'm gonna need new boots. These ones are not going to hold for long. Oh, this is an interesting find. Haven't had that bottle in a while. So then we might need more grenade launcher grenades. And I'm not sure if it's even going to work, but something definitely going to work. It's possible to shoot over the gates inside, definitely. So that would definitely create a lot of grief for them. And my goal was well, just to make my own entrance initially. But now with this, my goal is going to be take away their vehicles, I guess. No wonder I cannot find a single vehicle on the server. In these moments you actually realize that it's so good that they cannot hoard the bots. Okay, I keep forgetting that we need shoes. We need shoes and we can find some here, I think. Some food. Yeah, exactly, gonna get you, exactly. That's a second ambulance crashed. Well, I mean, the problem, for me, the problem is not the absence of the goal, but the fact that I might just not have enough time. To do this. I'm not a sweaty boy. I cannot play 24/7 and I won't. Even if I could. So the problem with ambulances, they don't spawn shoes. Okay, we need shoes. We really need shoes before. Well, I mean, when you're in a boat, you are not using your shoes, so get some regs done. At least. There is a badly damaged knife here that we need to use up. Okay. What do we need? Replenish this explosive stash. I think I'm going to rely on grenades and grenade launchers from now on. So definitely no grenades, normal grenades, only like grenade launchers and potent explosives. So, and potent explosives would be mostly, not mostly, that would be only the plastic explosives. So the claimers, they don't really look that good, to be honest. Let's see. On the pistol. go. Got this. Going. They always damage a heat pack that's in my pants. Okay. So this gun. Oh, not this one. This one's okay. Okay, this one's okay too. So let's just keep going. We got to get away from this. Oh crap. I don't want them to ruin my clothes again, attacking me together. It really feels like when they attack in pairs, they get sort of kind of more power. Crap, there's like so many of them. But they have food. Okay. Any shoes anywhere around? Okay, no shoes. Okay, we continue without shoes for now. In the end, we're looking for a boat. And to drive a boat, to sail a boat, you don't need shoes. Been running after me for a long time. So I'm good to hide my withdrawal. Yeah. I'm curious how they move around without attracting zombies. Because I didn't see any zombie action while they were rebuilding the door. I'm curious if they guessed that I picked the number of one of those window gates. But I believe they're going to be a little bit short on locks. Unless they were watching. Well, if one was sitting inside all this time, quietly just guarding. I heard people doing that like while working or doing something else. brothers. So many zombies around. I'm just looking for a pair of shoes. And a way to get warm. Are you brothers? Sorta. Thank you for the food though. Time to eat it. Police car. Okay. Do they spawn shoes? Was talking about the stream. Well, yeah, possible. Always possible. But that would be like really foul play. On top of getting all the trucks on the server. One thing about this pistol is that, unfortunately, you cannot aim properly when the silencer is attached. You got to mostly hip fire it. Sometimes hip firing just does not work for me. Definitely getting cold here, but I'm running. I'm not stopping. No, but of course, when you need them, when you don't need them, when, for example, you don't have a spark plug, you're not going to see a single one. But when you have gasoline, spark plug, everything, yeah, no bots. Don't even think. A bot? No, that's a rock. I know a place where there's almost always a bot, but we're actually getting pretty close, I think. When you don't see lots of player activity on the coast, yeah, that's kinda when you can tell that the server is really going like that. too cold for too long. Don't want to catch anything, and I'm wasting my energy like insane here. So we gotta have a fire before we move any further here. Brass knuckles. Something invisible. Trail of dirty socks. Yeah. For sure. At least it's not that cold inside. As far as I can tell. Yeah. These ones all look a little bit like just scarecrows. Okay, this'll come in handy if I find damaged shoes. And they're usually all damaged here. All sorts of stuff, but no shoes, of course. Why would you find shoes when you need them? Don't be ridiculous. Oh, sorry. Apologies. I was fighting the zombie. Duct tape that we don't really need. We have no, sewing kit is not full. If we are going to the military peninsula, we are going to need that stuff. Not so man, thank you and welcome. The server sometimes lags, which is annoying, but okay. Really hope to find some coastal shoes. Yeah. Lost a knife. Yeah. Because, well, it broke pretty much. Right bark. Any big bushes around here? Okay, everything's going to get wet. Probably immediately. In my inventory though. Pum, pum, pum. Here we go. Let's get warm. Let's eat. All this random stuff I've picked. I use the rack for some reason when I had a piece of paper saved specifically for this purpose. Okay. So those two, well, I mean, I wanted to say those two gods weren't really enough to keep me energized full on, but that's the thing about the top 1/3 of the apple, that it's really easy to lose it and hard to get. It's different from the middle third of the apple, of the indicator, I mean. And the bottom third of it, so where did I store it? Yep. It kinda should be here, as that's one of the things we can sacrifice immediately. We need to the food we are going to eat. These random things can be here. Organizing everything to know what I actually have. Magazine. Go. A big can. Well, the can's not big, but the contents seems to be pretty long-lasting and actually filling. Of well, canned pork. I would say pork tuszonka. Definitely going to need more fuel for this. The soda, oh, that's kvass. The kvass is ready. So we got to find shoes, we got to find a boat, and we got to go to the military peninsula. But can I at least have the 1 plus here. Second plus is appearing, and we have some food going, getting ready. But one can of pork tushonk is actually a pretty serious thing already. Okay, I'm just waiting for it. Waiting for the second plus and for the third plus. Okay, not going to get the third one because I don't have boots. Okay. Oops, there's some of them around here. How did that one survive one in the head? That one definitely survived a shot in the head. Okay, there is this here. So let's use it to fix this suppressor. Yeah, no mods by the look of it. We are almost... Oh crap, more zombies. I don't want to be shooting. But the server's lagging. The server is sorta kinda lagging. But I think at this time of day, let's call it a day. So we will continue it definitely well, definitely we will continue this adventures of this character. So, but for now, it's time for me to go. It's been like more than 3 hours, which is a pretty decent stream for me these days. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Gonna get ya, Natsuman, Bob's Rods, and then Whoop. Thank you for watching, people. Thank you, lurkers, for lurking. So the contingency plan, you know what it is, and that's what we'll try to maybe do the next time, maybe sometime after, because I have a feeling that I kinda put them all on their toes, and the whole squad's going to be here. By the look of it, we didn't hear anybody. We heard like a couple shots, so maybe it was just one person, or they were like really quiet. Imagine like a bunch of people sitting inside that base, staying all super quiet. Rich, good evening, welcome, thanks for lurking. So give me a second, please. Kind of getting my thoughts together. What I need to do? Well, I need to do a lot of stuff after the stream. Of course. Thank you very much for watching, YouTube people. Thank you very much for watching me on YouTube. Please leave a like if you like this video. Subscribe for more. Activate notifications, because I stream every day, but the times can be different. Usually it's night time in Europe, but can be outside of that, and just night time itself in Europe. It's pretty wide window. So let's put it that way, when it's dark in Europe, when it's dark time of day in Europe. So Twitch people, don't leave the channel yet. Thank you for watching me on Twitch. If you are not following me for some reason, please don't forget to follow if you like this. That's what we do here. We play a sort of kinda easy. Sometimes it's more PvP, sometimes it's most of the time it's like less PvP, more just surviving, running around in a pretty chill way. Sometimes it's not DayZ, sometimes it's GeoGuessr when I don't have time for DayZ, and that's pretty much what I wanted to say. So let's find somebody to raid and call it a day. Just bear with me. Looking for somebody streaming in English. Looking for somebody streaming vanilla or official or Livonia or Sakhal. Sometimes it's really hard to figure out what people actually stream. In my case, it's always been pretty hard to figure out what exactly type of DayZ I was streaming. But I fixed that now. It's at least something of it is in the title, some description of it. Bear with me just for a second more. Not a lot of people play the mouse by the look of it. Interesting. Okay, what's this person doing? They're playing Livonia. And they call it The hardest server. Livonian hardest server. That's sort of interesting. Let's see if we can raid them. We can. Let's go and say hi to neutralize 1991. The link's in my Twitch chat. Of course, the raids, the whole experience, it's for Twitch people only. If you're on YouTube, you will have to go to Twitch. Have to go to Twitch to raid. See you all tomorrow. That's it for tonight. Goodbye and good night.